Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for May 18th, 2020. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has announced that starting May 18th, businesses may enter a full Phase 1 reopening. Under full Phase 1, restaurants can move to 50% indoor capacity, with retail also moving up to 50% capacity, up from the initial 25%. Gyms may reopen while respecting social distancing and maintaining high sanitation levels. Florida businesses, with the exception of West Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade County, first entered Phase 1 on May 4th. The governor has also prompted theme parks to submit their reopening plans, but they will require endorsement from the Orange County mayor. Movie theaters will still remain closed, and Disney Springs, as you may know, will begin its phased reopening on May 20th, with third-party restaurants and stores now able to abide by these new increased capacity limits. Starting on May 27th, Disney-owned shops and eateries will also reopen under these new guidelines. With theme parks in Florida given the green light to submit those reopening plans, it seems some larger players are stepping in for May 20th. Vice President Mike Pence is set to arrive in Orlando this Wednesday to discuss theme park reopening plans with the governor. The vice president and governor will be discussing Florida's phased economic reopening plans, as well as delivering PPE such as face masks to a nursing home as part of a larger initiative across the country. Pence will also join in a roundtable with hospitality and tourism industry leaders, such as various task force committees, to discuss their specific reopening plans. This makes some sense. I mean, we seem to be the first state opening somewhat successfully, so I can understand why the vice president and even the president would be interested in what's going on here in Florida. But as has been said before, outside of Miami-Dade and those counties, we've fared pretty well. We got lucky, and it has allowed us to reopen, I think, a little more safely than other places. But obviously, it's still early on, and we still have to see how a lot of things go. The Disney Springs website posted new information regarding opening the shopping, dining, and entertainment complex. Disney Springs will, in fact, be opening several Disney-owned locations on May 27th, as we reported earlier in the week. Those locations will include both shops and restaurants, such as the World of Disney, Deluxe Burger, which will be mobile order only, and the Marketplace Co-op. As we had already reported, a number of third-party shopping and dining locations are opening on May 20th, including the Boathouse, Blaze Pizza, Planet Hollywood, and others. With this development, Disney Springs provided extensive details on a number of health and safety measures. The site lists 6 key things to know before arriving at Disney Springs for all visitors, employees, and cast members. Limited parking and reduced entrances, temperature screenings prior to entry, face coverings will be required for everyone, physical distancing practices, including physically distancing cues and physical barriers, the temporary operation modifications, including reduced hours at select locations and no scheduled entertainment offerings or high-touch interactive areas, an increased focus on disinfection and sanitation, including the addition of hand washing stations and hand sanitizers in key areas. There will be directional signage to encourage guests to move safely throughout Springs, as well as ground markings to promote proper physical distancing in queues. Some cast members will receive specific training on engaging with guests to promote physical distancing guidelines in common areas and queues. And physical barriers, again, have been added in areas like cash registers and at guest relations where it is difficult to maintain strict physical distancing guidelines. Additionally, it is recommended that guests use cashless and or contactless ways to pay, such as credit cards, debit cards, Disney gift cards, and mobile wallets. Further, the site explains that guests may see other changes to retail dining and other experiences. Additionally, cast members and employees will receive ongoing training and reinforcement through the reopening. These new safety measures have been developed based on guidance from health authorities, such as the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and appropriate government agencies. Disney has added language to both the Walt Disney World Travel Information website and the Disney Springs Reopening Information website, stating that guests assume all risks related to exposure to COVID-19 by visiting the resort. Over at the Disney Springs site, a new disclaimer was added later with the exact same language regarding guest assumption of risk. It wasn't there originally, but it was on the Disney World website. Pretty much on the moment Disney Springs posted those other guidelines on Saturday. The Tokyo Disney Resort has been closed since February 29th, and with all this time off from guests, the Oriental Land Company has undertaken some fairly significant repaving projects at both parks. Previously, the parade route was torn up at Tokyo Disneyland for repaving, and now the same is happening to another major guest area, the Aquasphere Plaza at Tokyo Disney Sea. Most of the signature blue pavement was gone the last time we looked, leaving only the moon phase stonework and the dividing lines on the ground. Construction workers are hard at work, smoothing out gravel that probably hasn't seen the light of day since 2001. Of course, Disney Sea sees a lot of traffic, as does Tokyo Disneyland. They're high traffic parks, being in Tokyo and being amazing. So a lot of people go to them. In fact, when they were closed for the earthquake, when that happened a couple years back, a lot of pavement was broken and they just did some quick patchwork. So the only real maintenance thing I would ever notice of problem in those parks was there was cracks in pavement from when that natural disaster had happened and where they had just done quick patches so they could reopen. Now that the parks have been closed for a lengthy period, they're getting the opportunity to finally just repave those areas, which is great. With the reopening of Hong Kong Disneyland seemingly imminent, the resort has been making adjustments to its temperature screening process. Thanks to Disney Magical Kingdom blog on Twitter, we've learned that the tents, which likely will utilize a scanner monitor watched by cast members, have been somewhat relocated further away from the park entrance and closer to the resort's MTR station. So they'll try to screen people pretty much upon arrival to the resort rather than when they're near the theme park. We're halfway to Halloween, and Disney has shared a sneak peek at new Haunted Mansion items coming soon that'll be available on shopdisney.com, but not only on that terrible website that doesn't work, but also in the Disney parks and in other shopping destinations around the world. Inspired by the classic attraction at Walt Disney World, Disneyland Resort, and Tokyo Disney, you can get a first look at the chilling new Haunted Mansion collection. The line features a fun assortment of ghoulish gear, including an all-new Minnie Mouse ear headband, baseball hat, and a spirit jersey, all featuring the infamous wallpaper print. You can complete your frightfully fun looks with 2 new bags and even a card case by Loungefly. Featuring the style of cast members at the Haunted Mansion, the mini backpack by Loungefly is perfect for the ghost host on the go. For a quick on-the-go bag, hitch a ride on this Doom Buggy-inspired crossbody bag by Loungefly, but beware of hitchhiking ghosts. And a quick plug for our stuff, we have Haunted Mansion costume face masks for sale through TeePublic. These have been really popular. Not only do we have these Haunted Mansion ones, we have a Spaceship Earth design, we have the Purple Wall, Bubblegum Wall, Carousel Progress, the goat with the dynamite from Big Thunder Mountain, all sorts of fun, cool stuff. We're uploading more and more every day, so make sure you keep checking back with TeePublic to get these WDWNT face masks. Or at tpublic.com. If you can't find them that way, just go through WDWNT.com. There is a big link to the face masks right on our front page, a big old ad you can't miss. So please check them out. I know TeePublic gives some of the proceeds to some great organizations during this, and also, it also helps support what we're doing here in this time where we certainly have less work going around. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of News Today with WDW News Today. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And by the next time we talk to you, Disney Springs will be kind of reopened. It's pretty exciting, right? Something will be open here.
Let's jump into this studio stuff.
Very, very bizarre job I had, trying to explain to my wife sometimes when I came home what I was doing at work.
And only had 6 months to prepare.
That's like the same as now.